The Asian American Pacific Islander Nurses Association of Nevada presents Healthy Mondays with Apina of Nevada. Start the week healthy and right with interesting conversations on living a healthy lifestyle. And now, your Healthy Mondays host, Dr. Mary Faye Axon Armstrong.
Hello everyone, good morning, good evening, or wherever it is. So in behalf of Dr. Mary Armstrong, I would like to welcome you all to our Healthy Monday. I am Zarah Borines, they call me Dr. Z. I am the host for today. I am an assistant professor at Nevada State College and the incoming president at our AAPNA of Nevada. So today we will have our special episode on Healthy Monday, and we will talk about financial health as part of our self-care. We know for a fact that we nurses, we always advocate for self-care. And today we are blessed to have two of our nurses who will be sharing their thoughts about financial health. So as also part of their self-care. Be open-minded because we might get something special out of this conversation, right? So without further ado, I would like to welcome our guests for today. So we have here Cecilio Aguirre. So Cecilio is a nurse. He has a master's in informatics and he worked in the nursing field for 8 years. On the other hand, we also have here Miss Liana Kaiwi. So she is also a registered nurse and she worked like a trauma ICU and a PACU nurse. So both of them are nurses, as I said, and they are retired as young as they are. I've been a nurse for 25 years, but I can't afford to retire yet. I don't know what these two people are doing, but I will just interview them to see what are they doing with their lives, and most probably we could get out of it, right? So are we ready, Cez and my dear Liana?
Yes, thank you so much for having us.
Yes, most definitely. Thank you for having us.
All right. So maybe we could get a little bit of introduction in your own dialect because we have here a diversified group with us today. You can just say hi to them, to our viewers or to our listeners at this point.
Hello, good evening. Maupay nga aga, gabi, hayo nga tanan, mga waray-waray. I am Cecilio Aguirre. I'm originally from Hawaii. I just recently relocated here in Las Vegas. And I'm joined here with my colleague, Liana Kaiwi. And she's also a registered nurse from Hawaii. And she's here in Las Vegas too.
Yes, I moved about a couple years ago. So I was born and raised in Hawaii and moved to Las Vegas, to try it out, some different opportunities. And I was working here in the ICU and also in the recovery room here. So yeah, 8 years of nursing.
That's great. See, they are all nurses. So let's just go now to our questions and answers. So I will direct the question to most probably Cez and Liana. If you want to add on, you can just add more,
Sure.
okay? What do you think, or what is financial health for you, Cez? How do you define it in your own words?
Financial health definitely for me is more of having the security and having peace of mind that whenever unexpected things or unexpected circumstance happen to your career, to your health, and to your overall financial aspect of your life, that you have security, that you don't have to resort in having to change your lifestyle, having to having your loved ones or your family resort in getting unnecessary jobs and just to replace the income for the loss, or if you have any problems financially, especially nowadays we're facing our world with we can't really secure our future no more.
That's right.
There's a lot of unexpected things that's happening with our government, with our economy, and with our careers itself. Before it used to be when you have a job, you work 40 hours, you think you're secured, but now it's a different story.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. Miss Liana, you have something to add with Seth's
Yes,
explanation?
everything that Seth just mentioned, I 100% agree with. But just to touch upon the financial peace of mind,
Yes.
that is huge, right? No matter where you are in life, it's about not having any stress about money, right?
That's
It's
right.
about being able to live a life that's financially free, where I don't even have to worry about my bills being paid because it's on auto draft, right?
Yeah.
Financial freedom to me is financial health, right? Just
That's
not even
right.
stressing or thinking about your income or your not having debt, right? I mean, debt can be good also, maybe if you have like real estate or different things, but most of the time I would say debt free, financial freedom, and being able to just completely do what makes you happy at that point. Yeah.
That's right. Oh my goodness, that's really like self-care to everyone.
Yes,
right?
that
That's
is
a
for
big
sure.
stressor out of there. But having this financial health really means a self-care for everyone.
Definitely.
Right?
Yep.
So I asked other people before we came in today, so they want you to ask this question. How can we manage our personal finances? So another question is, how can we save at this point, especially now that the holidays are coming? So do you have any advice for us? I'll talk to Liana again one more time.
Yeah, that's a great question. So, there's a lot of different things out there that I feel like you can tap into. There really is no right and wrong answer when it comes to budgeting or saving or different things. I didn't really learn about financial health when I was a lot younger, which,
True.
when I became a new nurse, I actually wish that I knew more about how to budget, where to save, where to put my money. I wish I knew that when I first started, when I didn't have kids yet.
That's
So that
right.
I could have, probably saved a lot more. But that's how life goes, right? You learn as you go, and you learn what you can as fast as you can. But I think there's a lot of free tools out there that you can basically say, hey, maybe quick budgeting, right? It's best to write down everything that you're spending your money on. I also used to do financial coaching in the past with a different company, and I used to help people write down their budget. It really comes to life, and you know exactly what you're spending.
Okay.
And it brings those feelings like, oh my God, how much did I spend on food this month? Because we tend to go out and eat and different types of things like that. So if you really want to be financially set and have a good budget, you have to write it down and see where your money's going and how much you're coming in. And the most important part is creating a cash flow.
That's
right?
right.
Making sure that you're actually bringing home more than you're spending.
Yeah.
So if you're not bringing home more than you're spending, you definitely need to, think about how can I cut back on certain things that maybe I don't need right now. Or if you're not one to want to cut back like me, I do want to enjoy life. I don't want to cut my expenses, right? I will find a way to increase my cash flow,
Okay.
right? So find different ways that maybe you can bring home more money.
That's right.
Just wants to add
Oh
on
my
to
goodness.
that.
That is better though, because it's visual. You can see what is coming and what's going.
Yeah.
And that's a good
When you
technique,
write
though.
it down, because sometimes
Yeah.
you just spend, right? You can swipe your card. It's really easy.
That's
But when you
right.
really write it down and you see for yourself, like exactly where your money's going, I think that's the most important part that most people don't do.
Yeah.
So we
Okay.
can't control our budget if we don't know where it's going, right?
That
So,
is true. That is
yeah.
true. Wow, that's a good idea there. What other options can we do, Sass? Do you have any idea?
Well, to piggyback on what Leanna just mentioned, this is one thing that I learned from the wealthy people. I'm actually currently I work as a financial professional. I
Okay.
actually manage wealth and help people prepare for their financial future through financial solutions and products. So retirement planning is something that I am an expert in. A lot of people, when it comes to finances, they always think, oh, I gotta save. But nowadays, if you look at the options, it's very limited. And if you go with the traditional options, such as going to the bank or a credit union, most of the time you won't find anywhere that you could really potentially grow your money significantly. Majority of the time, it's very restricted on the potential growth of your money. But definitely, you just need to do your own diligence of researching. There are a lot of different financial tools and solutions that you could partake in that will
Okay.
allow you to grow your money in a much faster way and more secured way.
Wow, I'm so excited about this. I'm going to do my research as well. There are also some people who ask, is jewelry, like expensive cars, our money in the bank, is this going to be a good investment at this point? How do you think, Seth?
Well, we all have different forms of investments that we can participate in. Gold is definitely something that is tangible. That's
Okay.
why a lot of people love, investing in this kind of material possessions. The only thing is that there are ways to diversify your portfolio, not only having to rely on this tangible materials, because we want to have liquidity in our form of assets as well. Because
okay.
gold cannot just be traded in easily.
That's
and
true.
it fluctuates on a yearly or even daily basis depending on the market where you're looking at.
Yeah.
But there are definitely options to diversify rather than just mainly focusing on jewelries or material possessions. You have options where you can you can set aside portion of your income towards an IRA, a retirement account that are tax advantage, because
Okay.
gold, even though you can, the value, through track record definitely grows over time, but you want to look at tax advantage accounts that will protect you, with Uncle Sam, because you never want to just keep on growing your money and let Uncle Sam take
Get the rest of it.
majority of part of it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that idea there. Maybe we could do something about this. I mean, basically, we could explore what we have, not only into one thing, correct?
Correct.
Miss Leanna, I am wondering, when is the best time to save for our retirement? Is there an ideal time or ideal age that we can get through it?
Yesterday.
There is? Yesterday.
They always
Okay.
say the best time to save was yesterday.
Yesterday.
The second best time is today.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why do you say that it's supposed to be yesterday?
Because honestly, the older you get, the more you realize how important it is to start saving. But many times we get to this age and we're like, oh my gosh, I'm way behind, right? So, I work alongside with Sess, and we both, do retirement planning and different things like that.
Okay.
And I have my children already, having plans that are building, equity and building cash value so that when they hit retirement or just a college savings and things like that, they can do with it whatever they want to, right? I hope that they spend it wisely. But I would say that, like Seth said, the best time is to start as soon as possible, because the younger you start, the less that you have to contribute to it every single month. Right,
Okay.
as opposed to if you start later in life, you're going to have to double or triple what you contribute to it, because you're going to have to make up for a lot of lost time. Right, so as soon as you possibly can, I would say if you're a mom or a dad and you want to do this for your kids and start them early, that is really the game
idea.
changer right there. But really, it is as soon as you're able to, as soon as you can. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Seth, do you want to add on?
Yeah, definitely. When it comes to wealth creation and wealth generation, time definitely is your best multiplier. A lot of people puts this on the side. They always think, oh, I have some other priorities right now. I have to send my kids to school. I need to prioritize this and that. But they don't realize just setting aside just few dollars a month,
Yeah.
just, few $100s, it could really help you multiply in that way. By the time that you actually have residual income or extra income that you could put aside for savings, then you've already built a good portfolio of savings that will just continue on growing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Exactly.
That is really true, though, because right now I didn't realize about this. I thought that I would, exactly as Leanne said, I'm just gonna go wait until I'll be older. But now I could see some of my colleagues; they are all panicking because they don't have enough money for their retirement funds. So then I would agree with you. We should be starting as early as possible, and now most probably is the time. Right? Would you agree with me? Now is the
Definitely.
time.
It's scary to know, if you look at statistics, if you 90% of our population have 25,000 or less in their retirement accounts.
Yeah.
And thinking, just your daily expenses, 25,000 is not even enough to support you for an entire year.
Yeah.
Right? So it's
That's
just
right.
sad to see that people nowadays are less and less saving towards retirement. Yeah, and it becomes they think that oh, I have social security income anyway in the future.
That's right.
I have pension through my employment, but little did they know that these types of benefits are slowly going down, and the majority of employers do not even offer them.
Wow, that's scary.
Yeah.
So another thing, what if we get sick? You know, I mean, where can we get that extra money if you don't have savings in your bank?
Right.
That's something. Do you have any suggestion for us? For me and our listeners out there, maybe we could get something out of it. What is the special account that we could create, most probably right now, if I will decide to create a funds that could help me, what could it be?
Yeah, that is a really great question, right? Many of us have no idea the answer to these questions. And if you asked me this a few years ago, I wouldn't have known the answer to this question either, right? We're consistently learning and constantly looking for, new ways to diversify, new ways to grow our wealth and different things. So I was, blessed to be shared with this information at, I would say, a fairly young age, right? I'm
You're
still
young.
30,
You're
so I
still
still
young.
have time to retire, right? But the younger the better, obviously. And we can set up different types of accounts that you have to actually have a license that, Cecilio and I have. Which is a life license, and we like to leverage different accounts that we are able to tap into these accounts in case you get sick, like with cancer, heart attack, stroke.
Yeah.
My specialty in the neurotrauma ICU was stroke. And a lot of times this was, super debilitating, right?
That's
For
right.
a person to come in with a stroke, they probably will never walk out of the hospital ever again, right? And working in Hawaii, we had a lot of spinal cord injuries. Just people on vacation, they go swimming in the ocean, they end up with a really high C-spine fracture. Now they're ventilated, now they're pegged, right? Quadriplegic for life. So these were things I was seeing every single day. And as a bedside nurse in the ICU, I was like helping them as much as I could physically, but I was like, how do I help my patients financially?
That's right.
Because first and foremost, you think of, wow, this is crazy. My loved one is, paralyzed, or my loved one had a stroke. That's the first hit, right? And then the second hit is when you go home and you see that bill and you're like, whoa, my
Too
mom or my
much.
dad or whoever it is now can't work anymore.
That's right.
Now we have to take care of them, their full total care, right? Like, how do we deal with this, right?
That's
Many
right.
people resort to GoFundMe accounts. It breaks my heart every time I see those things, because I know that we have a solution in place that can provide people a way to tap into money up to $1.5 million. If you set it up, certain ways, of course, if it's structured appropriately, right? And everybody's different. I want to just point out that when we customize policies, it's all different, but we can help people to take money out while they're still alive to use so that they can pay their mortgage, pay their rent, pay their groceries, right? You can have the best health insurance in the world, but will they help you when you're out of work, right? They're not going to
That's
call you and be
right.
like, hey, I know you're out of work, you've been sick, here's some money so you can still feed your kids,
That's right.
right? So that's what I've been, as nurses, we've been passionate about sharing that with more and more people.
Wow. But Seth, do you have anything, like in your life of being a financial, advisor? So do you have any specific scenario that you could share with us?
Oh yes, most definitely. Traditionally, majority of the people, when it comes to preparing for the unexpected, they would go with traditional accounts,
Yes.
such as health insurance, medical insurance through your employer, or nowadays it's very popular. You always hear it. Certain types of insurance, such as long-term care, critical care insurance, like
Yes.
AFLAC, and those kind of things. But the problem is not everyone can afford them, and not all people has access to this kind of accounts.
True.
And most of the time, these accounts can only be used for certain situations. It's not really a broad type of benefit. So that's the reason why living benefits was actually introduced in the market back in 2007. And majority of our population still do not have this type of account. The reason why is because majority of the providers, meaning companies that offer the traditional form of life insurance, only offers death benefit.
Oh, okay.
So now there are handful of insurance companies that actually allows you to use the death benefit while you're still alive, making it a life insurance you do not have to die to use.
Wow, that's a great concept. So you're telling me that I could access my money even if I am still alive?
Excuse me. So provided that you have the account through the correct or
Yes, okay.
provided that you have the account through the correct company, because benefits is provided directly from these providers. The problem is people always assume that they have the same benefits whenever they apply. But if you look into the fine prints, that's where you get to realize,
There you go.
that certain types of medical conditions might not be eligible for claim. So it's very important that you compare and know your options.
Oh, okay. So that makes sense though. That makes sense. So what about for those parents who are watching us right now or listening to us? Can they, get this college plan for their kids or their young ones?
Yeah, so like I said earlier, I have these types of accounts for my children. I have a 4-year-old son and a 2-year-old son.
Okay.
And as soon as they were born, they got their birth certificate. I started them right away because I see the power of compound interest and these accounts and what it can do for them long term, right? And the beauty of an account like this is that it's flexible. It can be an amazing way to save college, for a college fund.
Okay.
But what if your child decides they don't want to go to college, right? And that's okay too. They can, decide maybe they want to go into trade school or they want to do, start a business, right? So this account can be there for them no matter what they choose and whatever makes them happy, right? Or maybe they don't use it for their career. Maybe they want to use it for their first home or maybe they want to just save it all the way through retirement,
That's
right?
right.
It's pretty amazing when I ran personal, numbers for my kids that I can make them, multi 6-figure all the way to millionaires if I continue, the way that it's set up. So it's pretty cool. We can customize it for different, families and different budgets. So it's not something that, is too expensive or anything like that. If you have just a few dollars a day or even just $1 a day, you can start a policy like this for your child. So it's not out of reach.
$1 a day, Leanna?
Yes. It's not out
$1
of
a
reach
day.
for anybody. I think it's a very, very affordable and very tangible thing for most middle-class people like us, right?
Yeah.
We're sharing things that we do as middle-class Americans because we want to help our fellow, community. And that's why we're here, really.
That's right. Oh my goodness. You can help a lot of people. But thank you so much for sharing your thoughts about this because we got a lot of people who don't have any idea. Okay, just like what you said, Liana, $1 a day. That's affordable, right, sis?
Oh yes, definitely. A lot of people can just drive by Starbucks and easily spend $6 for coffee.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. Anybody could afford Starbucks. If you could afford $1, maybe this would be a good option for them, correct?
Yeah.
So my question is, we're getting close now. So do you have any office in Las Vegas? Where can we find you guys? Just in case there are some of our listeners or our viewers wants to talk to both of you or any one of you, where can we find you?
Yeah, we work as an independent broker. So we actually have our office conveniently located just corner Sahara and Jones.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just by a charter school, easy to find. And we do
Okay.
have our Instagram account, To Live Exuberantly, and you can find our personal accounts as well. Liana has one, I have one. If you search my name, you'll be able to find it.
Okay.
And we do provide both online meetings.
Okay.
It's free just to, doing an introduction to the different plans and solutions that's available for us. So everyone can definitely book us for an appointment. How about you, Liana? How can we reach you?
Yeah, same thing. You can type in my name on Instagram, just liana.kaivi, and you'll pull me up right away. And like Cecilio said, we're not just locally here. We can meet people in person here, but we can also take meetings on Zoom calls and different things. So if you are listening to this and you're out of state, you're not located in Nevada, we can still help you in all 50 states. So don't hesitate to reach out, and we can definitely book an appointment to see, some of the financial solutions that could be good for you. Right.
Wow, that's amazing. Most probably people will be reaching out for you guys. So, but what company are you connected with? Can you tell us about your company?
Yes, so we are a broker agency. Personally, I work with my main provider is National Life Group, which is a AAA rated company across the board, and they've been in business for over 175 years, something that I'm very proud to represent. There's only a handful of financial institutions in America that actually are mutually owned and has really the financial backing, just like this company. So we actually partner up with our school district employees. We're the main provider for their retirement accounts. So it just shows you the volume and how financially stable these companies that we do represent. We definitely look into the client's financial portfolio and see what type of needs they might have at the moment. So in case they might have better benefits for what they're looking for with another company, we do work with Fidelity and Guarantee. We have other companies such as American National and Equitrust. So it all depends on what type of benefit they're looking for and what type of account they currently have.
Anything to add, Miss Liana? This is exciting company here.
Yeah, exactly what Seth said. We work with a company that's been around in business for longer than we've been around, right?
That's right.
175 years, that's definitely something to be proud of.
Yes.
Because how many companies do you know that's been in business for that long, right?
That's right.
They're obviously doing something right. And we're super proud to work with them. Their values, everything that they stand for, really sits well in my heart personally. So I love representing them, and I love moving forward and helping people, because they do offer, some of the best comprehensive living benefits options out there. So very much so, I personally feel, in my opinion, that I'm offering the best to my clients, and that's what drives me every single day. So.
That's great. Oh my gosh, you're really doing a good job, educating people, because these are options that most of the common people doesn't know about, right?
Yeah.
But knowing your company, 175 years, that's great. Because most of these people, most probably, they are very protective with their money. So they had to make sure that their company is credible enough, right?
Yeah.
So you're saying that your company, the National Life Group, is 175 years old? Wow. And of course, we also have A plus ratings, I heard from you guys.
Yes, definitely. These are ratings from third-party financial rating companies such as Moody's and S&P.
Wow. So basically, we will not be scared investing our money in your company then.
Hey, this is where I put my money. This is where my kids have their money. I truly 100% believe in it. But you can go to their website and you can see for yourself there. They have their financial ratings there. You can actually look into their financial history there as well.
Oh.
So nothing to hide, very transparent. And you can do your own research if that's what you feel so pulled to do.
I think we have to go some research about this, because this is a great opportunity for everyone, right? And then, do you have meetings, as I said, here in Las Vegas? Do you usually meet sometimes every week, every day, or?
We do. We actually are open for people looking for career opportunities with our company. So we do hold opportunity seminars at our local office here at Sahara and Jones. So if you guys want to stop by, we have it every Wednesday at 7 p.m.
Oh.
Our address is 6132 West Sahara Avenue, easy to find. And you're more than welcome to reach out to me or Liana through social media accounts or our website, and we'll be happy to assist you.
Wow, that's great. I'm gonna go check you out, guys. I wanna be like you. Maybe one of these days I will be in your office. And I'm gonna go bring my friends out there. Maybe they will be interested in joining you as well. Because I could sense in you, you are not working at bedside, but at least you're helping people through the financial part of it. That's still being a nurse, health promotion. Now you're promoting the financial part of our lives.
Definitely.
That is really great. I'm so amazed with what you shared with us today. I'm pretty much sure some of our viewers and our listeners will be reaching out to both of you. Right?
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, I know. I think we are running out of time in here. Do you have anyone to shout out? You want to say hi to your relatives and friends? We'll start from Sess.
I want to say hi and hello to all my family back home in Hawaii and in the Philippines. And I want to say thank you, PHLV and Miss Maryfair Armstrong for, on her behalf, for having us over here in this podcast, a radio show, and would love to help out our community, especially here in Las Vegas.
Miss Liana?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and shout out my family back in Hawaii and all my friends, all the nurses back in Hawaii and in Las Vegas. It's been an honor to be invited to share our knowledge here, and our goal is just really to share and educate the community.
That's right.
And like you said, we're coming from, as nurses from the bedside, transitioning into the financial side of healthcare, right? So very much like nursing, but just a different side of it.
That's right.
And absolutely love it. So it's been an honor. Thank you, Dr. Z, for this interview, and we look forward to hearing from a lot of you and helping a lot of you in the community. So
that's right. Maybe one of these days I'm gonna go join you, both of you guys. I think you're having fun at the same time you're helping people.
Yes.
But I would like also to shout out to my families out there in the Philippines and basically in Biliran. So mauping aga yung tanan to Marco and to my mother, Litlit. Thank you so much for being there for us and for praying for us every single day. And happy Thanksgiving to everyone. So I would like to say thank you, Miss Leanne and Mr. Sess. Thank you so much for your time. I know what we talk about today are great concepts. We just have to make sure that we could talk to them. They are experts, so all we have to do is to talk to them, and they gave their informations anyway, and you could call them, or maybe you could join them in the future, right? Thank you also for having this opportunity. We were able to educate people. Remember what Sess said. This is just a very, very simple concept. Remember, there are 3 facts in life. Either we get sick, we get injured, or we could be living too long, or we could be dead. So any of these opportunities or these scenarios in our life, we should be preparing for our future. Sess explained to you about the Starbucks. So for instance, this is a simple savings for everyone. If you can afford the Starbucks, $8 per day, right? $8 per day. How much is that for a week? That it would be $56 per week. What about per month? Kumpalit, that would be $224 per week, or per month. This time is per month. And what about per year? That would be $2,688 a year. What about if we would multiply it in 10 years? Then you have $26,880 per 10 years. Look, for a simple savings like this, we could replicate the same theory here. If you could afford $1, just like what Liana said, $1 is $1. It could gain so much money if we have this money, and we will preserve this money in the future. So I think our goal today is to educate you guys that we have to start saving, and the saving should start today, right? It should be today, not tomorrow, not for yesterday, but today is the right day and the right time for everyone. All right, since our time is over, thank you so much. We would like to say salamat sa pakikinig sa aming usap-usapan ngayong araw na ito. Thank you so much for coming with us and joining with us with this very significant conversation and a very special episode for our Healthy Monday. And this is our financial health as part of our self-care. So thank you, Cess, again. And Liana, in behalf of AAPNA, I would like to say thank you to Kuya Yo. Thank you so much for this opportunity, in serving our community and educating our community. So before I end, I would like to shout out, we will have our holiday party for AAPNA is coming. It would be on December 3, Saturday, 7 p.m. at the Gold Coast Casino. Remember, you could come and join us. This proceeds will be going back to the community. We serve our community by giving scholarships to our students, and we give food to the homeless. And of course, we also get some continuing education. So thank you, everyone. If you want to join us, please get into our email. It should be aapnanv@gmail.com, or you could contact any of the founding members. Thank you very much again, and happy Thanksgiving to everyone. See you in the next episode.
The Asian American Pacific Islander Nurses Association of Nevada has just brought you Healthy Mondays with APHINA of Nevada.